add, I'm wanting to add music to my OBS stream, but I don't, just I'm gonna put a musical track on there and kind of turn it down, have the background. That's what I'm looking to do. And again, I'm purging anywhere from 70 to 100 people, just that are on some, that are on some BS. I'm just gonna get rid of them. So,
I mean, we do we do gaming shows, obviously, but even with us doing gaming shows, the way these I don't know where they're going about it. It's like, oh, if you do gaming in general, you're screwed. I'm like, come on, man. Like, yeah, that makes no sense. And it's like, I have to like legit tell them that I'm not for kids. Like, come on, what the fuck? I mean, I curse 24/7. Shouldn't you automatically know I'm not for fucking children? What's up, guys? Everybody in the chat, how y'all doing? Hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. Good to see everybody. Man. Today's episode, I am definitely going to condense this bad boy. Let me tell you, I need to lay back down. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope y'all had a good one. It's always, like I said, always a pleasure to do the show with y'all every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Not sure if Carlos can make it again because he had to work more than likely. That's my brother. Shout out to Carlos. Foxy's on his way here. He's actually in traffic, so he will be here in a few minutes. But, yeah. Before we do all this, say what's up, everybody. What's up, everybody in the chat? How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Let me just put this on.
I had a question for Foxy. He did a video saying that PS5 was got better, had something about good tech in it. But then Jack Reacher did a video saying that the Scarlet was going to have better tech.
Contrast of opinions, huh?
Yeah, so somebody got the wrong information because they both can't be the same. So somebody saying one thing, somebody else saying another thing. And I need clarification.
Yeah, what did he do? He showed off. He was like, "How do you cancel this?" I'm like, "Why? Why the hell would I care about how to cancel something?" I'm just saying, why would I care how to do that? I'm just saying.
Hey, there are some good Black Friday deals though. You can't argue. Hey, look, Game Pass Ultimate is $1 for 3 months. I missed that.
Stop playing.
So,
they gave it away for $1 again. Oh, they gave it for less.
For 3 months. Yeah,
dude, last time it was $2. Now it's $1.
It's $1 for 3 months. I got it for $1 for 1 month. I thought I was getting a good deal, but I should have waited. And I should have waited. So I ripped myself off. So, Hulu. If you do Disney, the Disney Plus thing, you can get Hulu for. Like they'll credit your Hulu account like $5, so you still get Disney for $6. So I forgot the Mandalorian came back on today, the 4th episode. I didn't watch that, so I just forgot all about that. I've been that tired.
All right. Well, let me see what's up. I got the chat up. What's up, Cyborg? I see you, Craig. What's up, Ace? What's up, Chris? Players. We got Overdone. We got Robert. We got Wayne. What's going on? Kieranus, what's up? Or Kieran Nice. The Queen, aka Ice Queen, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you had a good one as well. Heath, what's up? Sarah's the Great. We got Cyber Dragon. Lay. Twisted, what's up? Spartan. Social John, or Joins, I'm sorry. Social Joins. And that's all I got. Okay. What's good, though? Good to see everybody. Again, hope y'all had a good one. Man, I'm telling you. Let me tell you. Let's have fun. Let's definitely have some fun. What you guys enjoyed on Thanksgiving? What you guys enjoyed most? Was it the turkey, that ham? What's up? What was y'all picking out on yesterday? I'm saying right now it was turkey for me because we fried it. But what's up with y'all?
Yeah, well, for us, it was what didn't I eat? That I mean, it was bad. I mean, turkey and pork loin on that first run with some had some what was on there? Somebody brought some. I laughed. Somebody brought some butter biscuits. I laughed for like 15 straight minutes on that. But yeah, biscuits. Gravy, kale. Somebody brought some. I brought my hot sauce, butter and garlic butter, hot sauce, and just salt. And that went over pretty good.
My man says so much pie. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, pie, living the rain pie on one table, pumpkin on the other, and
I see you.
Broke out the apple. I mean,
it's always good to be around the family, especially when you see them in so long. It was definitely
Yeah.
good. I enjoyed myself though. Me, it was mostly turkey. I definitely went all out with that. They had
Yeah.
some. Man, that turkey was just bomb. It was fried.
Yeah.
You can't beat fried turkey. I'm sorry, you can't beat a fried
Oh
turkey.
yeah, no, you did a fried one. Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we did a honey
bomb.
baked one.
Oh yeah, the honey
They
baked. Oh,
put
okay, see.
yeah, and put some kind of seasoning on it, and
Okay.
just like a rub on it. Oh my god, I still got 2 legs. I'm gonna eat after this
Hey, you already
podcast.
know. Mine's calling me. It's in the fridge, so we definitely gonna
Yeah,
enjoy ourselves today.
absolutely.
I guess we'll just start. We'll start off with one topic just to warm everybody, or
Yeah,
just warm this
that's
up. All
fine.
right. So, I heard about this, and a lot of people wanted me to do a separate video on it. I just didn't really deem it necessary, because I really stopped caring what this man says after just the long drought. For example, I did a video based on his feedback, right? Based on what he said. I thought VR support was coming to Xbox, right? And I did a video. I stuck by it. It's still on the channel. Didn't delete it. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm taking flack for this man. I tried to be that dude to listen to Phil. But then Phil
That
came out
dude.
and said, I know, then Phil came out and I quote and said that, oh, Xbox gamers, the reason why we haven't invested into VR is because Xbox gamers either do not want it or are not asking for it. I'm like, what feedback are you getting? And which feedback are you listening to? Because I have seen many Xbox dudes ask for VR. Many.
Mhm.
You know, and HoloLens. A lot of people thought HoloLens was going to be the counter. You know what I'm saying, for the whole thing. That never
Yeah.
resurfaced. It was kind of just like brushed under the bridge. So
Well, yeah,
again, what's
HoloLens
going
is
on?
more of a for businesses because a friend of mine, he's a engineer. And he designs high performance engine parts.
Yeah,
He uses HoloLens. But that's what he uses it for. It's more of a business application right now. But I understand what you're saying. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go
Oh no. I was fine. I was done. I was pretty much done. I was asking. I
ahead.
was gonna ask you what you thought on that. Like, what you think?
Look. I said few years ago. I was on a Next Gen 720s podcast a few
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and look, Microsoft was going to do when they did the Xbox. I said, I'm like, yeah, they're going to have a first party VR.
Mm-hmm.
And what was good is that people have actually gone back and found those articles.
Yes.
Because it said that that's exactly what they were going to do. Phil Spencer literally said that they talked to the developers and they asked what they would need to do VR, and the developers told them 6 T-flop. And
Yeah.
that's not a coincidence. They got a 6 T-flop console. But people said I lied about it and all that kind of stuff. So
It's
now
like I got it from the man.
yeah, I got it from him. I'm glad people are now seeing it. I said that. I said they were going to have a first-party VR set,
Mm-hmm.
and when you put all of it together, their VR, their Razer keyboard, which you can still go get right now, and their actual Xbox, you're going to be paying $799, $800. Just like if you buy a PlayStation Pro at launch, then you bought the PlayStation VR at launch. You were the early adopter. You paid what? If with the Pro and the VR, you were paying what, over $700?
Pretty much.
When you bought them, because they're separate devices. But people say, "Oh, I lied about that," and all that kind of. Again, they just don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, that's bad in that regard.
Yeah, but as far as them not doing it, they didn't do it for the simple fact that they didn't move enough console. That's it.
Honestly, I kind of want to believe that, but at the same time, it's like they still could have done good with it if it really kicked up. Because remember, they got like what 47 Xbox or so like 47 million Xboxes out there in homes, right? So you would think maybe it would do good just based off of those numbers alone. That if it does have an audience, it would at least have probably like 3, maybe 4 million. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, because remember, PlayStation VR didn't sell ridiculously high at first. It did well, but not super high at first. It was like $400, peripheral. And not everybody jumped on board. But people are jumping on board now because it's super cheap. It's like $200 you can get like a deal on, which is something you can't really pass up if you really want to try VR. So, but again, I thought maybe they can definitely spin that into some way, into something else. But again, just nothing happened to that. Nothing happened, and it's like, okay, everybody went quiet. So I just bad.
It is. Yeah, no, it to me it's just. the more people, you're right, they've got 40 million, whatever, million plus Xboxes, but a minority of that is Xbox X. And that's that's the console they need. And I thought worst case scenario, they would make it compatible with Oculus.
That's what we thought it was for. Remember, the Xbox One X was going to take advantage of that with HT Vive.
With Vive. Yeah. It didn't happen. So, but at the end of the day, they did not move enough units. And Phil Spencer is not the bag man. I mean, he ain't the person that approves R&D. He's got a boss. Mm-hmm. And if they don't have, and again, what Microsoft, as far as VR, Microsoft ain't doing it. I wish they would. They've got a flight simulator coming out.
Yeah.
If anything, Elite Dangerous is available on that console. So, I mean, why not do some VR?
A missed opportunity to innovate on Forza, wouldn't you say? That's a missed opportunity right there. A massive missed opportunity. Because, Forza, again, they're all about, they're talking about pushing, not necessarily boundaries, right? They're just talking about pushing that immersion. Okay, if you're all about immersion, VR would have been great for the whole Forza series. They're awesome. Yeah.
No, you're right. It's just stuff like that, and it's disappointing. But when they showed everybody that XO they just had, and they showed everybody what they were going to be doing, it's just kind of like, okay, you know what? If you want to be in this ecosystem, this is what to expect. Yes, they're going to get your Halos, your Gears, Forza. Yeah, you're going to get that, and then whatever. If you want to wait and see what was it, NXL and Compulsion and Ninja Theory and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to knock anybody that wants to stay in that ecosystem. But so that's it's not for me. That so what do the kids say? That ain't the way, Sway. That's what the kids are saying. So that's not it. That's trash. I'm not a big VR proponent because as the way it is right now, because the PlayStation one is too heavy on my head. With that said, if they come out with one similar to Oculus, I've said this multiple times, the Oculus one for me is better because it's not as heavy on my head. It's just not.
Yeah, it's practical. It's more practical for you, for your neck and everything. Yeah, of course.
So that's what I have to wait on the next version, which is supposed to have less wires and be lighter. So that's fine. That suits me fine. But it was just more disappointment, and the fact that there's a group of people going full butter and damage controlling this is stupid. The man clearly said there was going to be VR, and now he's back. He's backtracked. So
it's kind of bad, and especially even if he comes back, even if he legit decides to invest into it, let's say for Scarlet, as a later edition. I think they will be behind if you think about it. I think they will be quite behind at this time because Sony has already been upping the craft, so to speak, for theirs. So I don't know, they might be behind at that point. So it's possibilities. But there was that on VR. What y'all thought about his comments on Twitter? Me personally, I saw a lot of people get upset. I saw a lot of people respond. I was just like, do y'all really care what this man has to say anymore? It's like every time he opens his mouth to me, it's like, okay, you're just giving me less and less reasons to want to invest in your ecosystem. I saw more talk about, xCloud again. xCloud is getting a lot of praise, which is cool. Cool for them. They're getting praise for xCloud. People are saying it's seamless, it works. But even with xCloud working, hang on a second.
Yeah, well, and again, the people that have been playing xCloud they haven't been on the road really yet. They're sitting next to their television sets. The ones that have taken pictures, they're saying, "Oh no, look, I'm playing this seamlessly," and I don't get that because I'm not going to poo-poo the technology. Sony was doing that over 4 years ago, and it was trash. I mean, that's what people were saying. It's like here's the thing: if you're going to sit up there and big up the technology and say that it's all this and that. We saw you. We saw your comments when you ripped it when it was somewhere else. So you don't get to now say it's great technology because you look like, if you do, you're going to be called a hypocrite. So the best thing to do is just say, hey, look, this is working. It's great. But this technology has been around for a while. Now that Microsoft improved on it, yes, they did. And that's all. That should be celebrated.
No, I'm back. Sorry.
No, you're back. But
interruption from family.
Oh no, that's fine. You only got one family. I got you. So yeah, it's not. I can't even say it's disappointing because the people are just dumb at this point.
Yeah,
they're done.
VR again. A lot of people don't see VR as a future, which is fine. I mean, it's their
Yeah.
opinion. They're definitely entitled to that particular opinion. If you don't see a future for VR, but you can't really knock the success of it. It has really changed the game, or should I say? I wouldn't even say it's changed the game. I would say it's elevated it in a way where a lot more people are using it and talking about it in a positive light. That's what I would personally say about VR. So VR is doing
Yeah,
this thing there.
it's a peripheral.
Yeah.
It just it adds to the immersion if that's the way you want to try to experience your games. And again, not everybody has a PC that can run Oculus.
That is true.
Or and Oculus, it's and Oculus is the better version of it. That is kind of the Papa Bear right there. But at the end of the day, it's just another way to enjoy the tech. And just like what people talking about Stadia, people are saying that failed. It's not even a week old. Like give it 6 months before you start saying something failed because you don't like it or you're afraid that it's going to take the place of something. It's just like I said, it's just it's just moisture.
Yeah.
It's just, this
I ain't gonna lie, hey Don, that sounds kind of dirty the way you put it in the chat. I'm just saying. You read her comment. So, hi, Loba. I'm not feeling well, and Ryan won't send me some of his turkey.
Oh yeah.
Sounds wrong. I don't know what to say. It's a little bad there.
Yeah, fried turkey is really good. It's become like the new wave here in the United States. So,
yeah.
So
definitely can't beat it. It's like a delicacy at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was good. VR. Nice little discussion there. Let's definitely get into this whole let's get into this PlayStation Awards show, because apparently there's gonna be some reveals. Now these obviously are rumors going around, but there's supposedly, according to the rumors, that's why I said there's not really, I didn't really confirm rumors in my video when I covered this, but supposedly there might be some reveals for games. Updates on titles. That's another thing that's been said, and we know this is obviously their official answer. Or I wouldn't even say this is their answer to the Game Awards. I would just say this is their own kind of. I would treat this as a PSX kind of. If you think about it, the closest thing you'll get to a PSX, and the reason why, again, Sony's gearing up for PS5, so it makes sense for them to do that particular thing. Is then opposed to just focus that heavily with PSX. Remember, last PSX, they legit had an event where everybody was there, and they treated like that type of thing. So I don't know if they are doing that at least until next gen. So that's what's going on there. But what you think about the PlayStation Awards?
Oh, I saw it. I saw that they were going to possibly do it. That's fine. I think it's more for the games that they may feel like that didn't get recognized, like the Concrete Genies and Medieval stuff like that. That shout out to them. As far as reveals, I don't think they'll reveal anything new. I think they may show. Maybe we'll see something on Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe a gameplay trailer on that, and maybe a little more from Naughty Dog on Last of Us Part 2. Stuff, nothing. But I don't think we're going to see anything revealed. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I wouldn't watch it looking for. Probably won't watch it at all. It's all just them celebrating. Them. They said, remember before Sean Layton left, Sean Layton said they were going to try to do things to get, to do more things with their fans, with their audience, and maybe this is just another way for them to do it. So, but yeah, shout out to them for doing it. And sounds like it's in English for the first time, right? It was something. There's something that it's in English for the first time. So
yeah. Usually this was for those of you wondering, this is not like a new thing they're doing, because this kind of has already existed. It was in Japan though. This was kind of like exclusive for Japan. So now they're bringing this to the U.S. And obviously, again, this goes back to their direction. They're doing this where it's like everything, instead of them being separate minds, they're one conjoined mind going forward with the business. That's why they centralize the business. Basically, they're pushing the U.S. even more harder than they did with the PlayStation 4 going into 5 at this point in time. Yeah. But
your video. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to add this to it too. He asked me. Somebody asked me in the chat. I forgot who was it who asked me in the chat. My bad. I lost your comment. But he said, "Where is it going to be aired on?" It's going to be on their YouTube channel. I'm going to stream it on this channel, but it's going to be on their actual YouTube channel, Sony's, the actual event. What's up, King Boo? What's up? Now, what you about to say, brother?
Oh, well, I was going to ask you about your video you did about that hot chick possibly joining Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Oh, you mean the very lovely Ikemai Nakamura, huh? The woman that I've been
Yeah,
recommending for Sony for the long. You talking about that lovely lady?
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Is she going to like host the awards or?
I don't know. She said next month she'll see them again, something like that. I see you guys next month, as she said on her Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, but her Twitter. So I'm not sure what kind of role she have. Maybe she's making a game. She's joining their studios and making games. It's hard to really say what she's going to be doing, but she's it's getting up there at this point where a lot of people believe she's going to be either an executive or something higher up. Like in terms of a game. I do more than likely think it's going to be a game, though. It probably will be a game. I still went into a little detail with that too. I do think it's a game, but I don't know because she's mostly good in the horror category, and Sony could use a strong horror game, like a real strong horror game. Because Until Dawn was good. I don't know. I loved Until Dawn, but I'm talking about really pushing the horror. Like that. Really push that. She'd be great in helping them get that type of next up elevated game.
Yeah, maybe she announces a studio, and that's all it's going to concentrate on.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick.
Wouldn't it be cool if she could work with Kojima, who wants to do an actual horror game? So that could be something.
That actually might be the case, though, because remember, I don't know if you heard, but there was a report that Kojima's next game is indeed a horror game.
Yeah, or he wants to do one.
He wants to do one, so that would be a win-win for him and them if they could do something like that. If they can get a horror game in the works. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. But so maybe they announced something. I'm looking for stuff like that, and it is their first event. I think this is their first public event since the announcement of them bringing on that Howard, whatever his name is, the guy that's in charge now.
I know you're talking.
Yeah, so the stuff like that they got to put this show on and maybe introduce him officially publicly, stuff like that. And just have to wait and see. And if there's new game announcements, I'll be surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised because I wouldn't expect that at all. I'm looking to see, since Last of Us got pushed back, maybe some more gameplay, an update on how that's going. Maybe we hear something on the multiplayer, since people went full moist on it not being there at launch. and then maybe something on Ghost of Tsushima. We'll see something on maybe MLB The Show, because that's that is coming out. It's hard to believe that's coming out. What, 90 days?
90 days,
March or something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. It comes out. So I'll see something like that.
Well, technically, I don't know if doesn't Konami own that franchise, the Silent Hill, something like that?
Yeah.
So it won't be if they do make another, like, let's say they do make a game, Robert, I don't think it will be PT, but it might be, it might actually be PT. Let's say it's the same style, but with different characters, like a different spin, maybe on the actual game. That might be the case if they ever did do it. That might be the case, but I don't know. I don't know if they'll make a PT because that's owned by Konami, and you know how Konami is. Konami is keeping that close to their chest, like a damn sword, even with the Metal Gear franchise. And let's just be real here, the Metal Gear franchise is nothing without Kojima. So it's like, you're just holding a will in your hands that nobody gives a damn about. But
I like Metal Gear. I didn't like those dark things that were chasing me around, knocking me off the hole. But that to me was silly. But it's Kojima. It's got some type of paranormal base.
Oh, it's gonna have something deep. That's what he likes. Deeper meaning with it. I think so. So that makes sense. Let's see. He said Knack 3. I hope we get it. Oh Jesus.
Oh, it might. Yeah. What's called this game? That's
Mark Cerny.
That's Mark Cerny's game, isn't it?
Someone who's played and platinum both. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a bad game the way people hype it up, but I will say, I mean, it's not really a necessary game. I would like to see something else, but it might be a launch game. I mean, it is Mark's game, and hell, he's pretty much he pretty much can make whatever game he wants, and it will get funded because he's their architect. So whatever he wants, they'll definitely provide at this point. But there was that. Let's see here. So we talked about PlayStation Awards. Let's definitely get on Shuhei Yoshida's response to Phil. Now this right here rattled some feathers
Yeah.
when he made this response. But to summarize what Shuhei Yoshida said to Phil Spencer, or he didn't really, well, he actually said, he said, and I quote, "We oftentimes work hard to make things that no customers are asking for, or that no customers are asking for."
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
I find it interesting that he just did that on Twitter. Come on,
Yeah.
Shuhei, he crazy. He crazy for
Well,
that tweet.
the customer doesn't know what he wants until he wants it, and he will never get it if it's not available. So, and I mean, Sony's entire thing seems, I think, and I'm paraphrasing, and maybe it was Shu. Somebody in Sony's executive branch said, "We'll make 10 games." And if only they were talking about Gravity Rush, they were like, they don't expect Gravity Rush to make huge money, but
Yes.
they're going to make that game because there's an interest, and that will help push development. And and maybe somebody makes some type of discovery and creates a different kind of engine. Decima is not created unless people got tired of Unreal.
Yes.
You got the Star Wars game that Dick Cloud's got up there now. That's on the Unreal Engine. But there's no people got tired of Unreal, so Rockstar made Rage.
Mm-hmm.
EA made Frostbite. So that's the way it happens, guys. So Microsoft, unfortunately, when you answer the shareholders, they want a number. They want a soft number and a hard number.
Yep.
And so you give them Phil Spencer or whoever gives them a soft number. Here we go back to VR. Phil Spencer says, "Well, it's going to cost us umpteen millions to do research and development, but the soft number is here." And the shareholders will be like, "Hell no, that's too soft." So you gotta. It's. I like what Shu did. I don't. I look at it. He kind of undercut Phil, yeah, because you have to do stuff. That's the way I am. I mean, to me, you gotta put the stuff out there to see if people want it.
Exactly.
You have to
got to test the waters. You got to test the waters and throw ideas out there. Definitely to keep them interested in the product. I would say. Then the same thing goes with IPs. Nobody just wants to see the same thing. They want to see something unique in its own right. And this is kind of where it comes back to the first party. We've been asking for variety. Different experiences. And I just feel like he just doesn't either he doesn't get it or he just doesn't care to understand it, It feels like that.
Yeah.
But there was that for sure.
Yeah, Phil was answering to like I said, Phil answers to those shareholders. It's just it is what it is. They don't want you to have it or do something, or they don't think they're going to make money, or they think that the profit is going to be lower than they want it to be, or they don't feel comfortable with, they're not going to do it. And Sony is not going to be able to do what they do. No, if Kevin Feige doesn't walk into Bob Iger's office and say, "Hey, I want to do an interconnected universe," they don't do it. Nobody knew that was going to work. And they flat have a show, saying that they had no idea that was going to work. But they tried it anyway because it's either going to work or it's not going to work. So take the road less traveled. That's what that whole term means.
Yo.
What up? What's up, Mr. Fox?
Oh my God! I just finished Death Stranding. Oh Lord!
Oh, he finished it. Okay, I see.
Oh Lord!
How was your holiday, my brother? Good to see you.
That was my traffic, bro. I was at the end. I couldn't stop.
It's funny. Somebody commented that in the chat. He's like, because somebody said, "Is Foxy coming?" He was like, "Foxy's on Death Stranding right now." I was like, "Oh Lord!" Somebody said that in the chat.
Dude,
somebody ratted you out before you even said it.
Dude, the game, I swear down. I've just witnessed some ending, boy. I'm telling you now, this game is game of the year. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Oh,
this game's amazing, bro. You know what? I feel like I went on a real experience with this game because the game makes you feel like you're alone for so long, and you have to build all these connections and stuff, and meet people, and lose people, and care for people, and not care for people, and by the end of it, you're emotionally drained. This game is like so. I don't know. It's like entrancing. It's like it captivates you, boy.
Oh, does it?
Damn.
Okay.
Game's amazing, bro. Game's amazing. Definitely
Well, we're
game of the
definitely gonna
year.
have. It's next week, or is it this week? No, it's next week, right? Game Awards next week.
Dude, this the most unexpected ending I've ever experienced in any video game.
Was that good? Okay. I
No
will definitely
spoilers,
know
but
after this Star Wars thing is done. I'm pretty much at the end. I'm pretty much near the end, so I'm gonna be finished with that, and then I'm gonna jump on.
Damn, you're at the end.
I'm getting there. I'm pretty much getting to the end. So I'm almost
I'm
done.
I'm a little pissed off though. If I'm a bit pissed off
Oh,
because it's finished. This is it. I know everything now. It's finished. It's like wow, it's so good. I'm pissed off that I finished it.
Okay. So you're gonna go for okay. So you're gonna what? Fire it back up and go through it again a second playthrough, or are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna save it for PlayStation 5. It's one of them games, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, sorry, the music's playing on the game. I'm looking at the credits.
Oh.
It's one of those games, yeah. It's like I don't know if you've seen the movie Get Out
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or The Sixth Sense. A lot of people say you have to watch their movies twice. But
well, yeah. So for some people, yeah.
You do pick up. I mean, you do pick up things you missed. You do.
Yeah, of course. More details.
Things go in the back of your subliminal, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the back of your subconscious. The first time you watch it, you're conscious of a lot of it, but some of it goes into your subconscious, and it's only until you watch it again, your subconscious becomes your conscious, and you understand, and it feels fresh to you. Like, wow, I missed that the first time. I didn't get that the first time. Death Stranding's kind of like one of those games, but I want to kind of forget about it until PS5 comes out because it's too good. You know what? It's kind of not like The Witcher. Like with The Witcher 3, I could start it all over again quickly, play it on a harder level. But I finished Death Stranding on hard anyway, so there's nowhere for me to go any higher unless they patch it and make it, harder mode. But I'm gonna say it for PS5. It's too good to jump in straight away.
Okay,
You gotta
good.
kind of allow your brain to, simmer down and then get back into it with enhanced features on PS5. It is amazing. I think there's at least 3 or 4 they're all good actors, but there's at least 3 or 4 super standout performances that I'm watching it and I'm thinking, damn, this is better than a lot of films.
So you think was Mads in the what's his name? Is Mads, right? Mads, I forgot his last name, but Mads.
Well, surprisingly, Mads is Mads, isn't it? Mads is good.
Yeah,
but he didn't stand out above anyone.
Really?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil it, but there's people that have a far more impactful delivery and performance than he does. I mean, what he does it well in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other characters that really have like. Mads Mikkelsen is just like he's got his range, and it's like he plays like likable villain type.
Mm-hmm.
That's his range. But there are other characters in there who have a far wider range of expression. Like they go from, sad to elated to, distraught, just like pulling off a lot of emotions, like really pulling on the player's heartstrings.
Okay.
Like I was looking at it, I was staring at it a lot. I was staring at a certain cutscene. I don't want to, no spoilers, but I was staring at a certain cutscene toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't take my eyes off the screen. My mouth was, I caught myself, your jaws dropped.
Yeah.
And I'm just staring at it. I'm not even blinking because I might miss something. And I'm staring at it like I'm on drugs. And this visual delight and this amazing performance it's just entering my brain. And I'm so grateful to be alive in these days of being a gamer. We're at a stage now where games have hit the pinnacle. Like we are on par, if not surpassing Hollywood in terms of I'm not obviously nothing's ever going to look as real, of
course,
but I'm talking about in overall delivery, camera, acting. We've surpassed Hollywood. No lie, this game's something else. Anyway, I don't want to make this about Death Stranding. I finished it.
Okay. All right.
Great
well,
game.
Definitely good job. Enjoy. I'm glad you enjoyed.
I envy you, bro, because you're gonna start.
Oh, dude, I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button if you guys enjoying yourselves. Good to see everybody again. Hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. To those who just joined us, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks again for stopping by. I'm gonna do a little recap for some of these topics we went through. We went through a few. PlayStation Wars 2019. What you think? What you think you're gonna get from 2019's awards here?
I can't comment on that, I'm afraid.
Can't comment. You don't think you can get anything?
All I can say is, I hope everybody's happy with this show.
Okay. okay.
But I can't say because I know one or two things. So there's no point in me even saying anything because what's the point in commenting? What's the point in commenting? There's no point in commenting. I just hope everyone enjoys the show.
Okay, got you.
I'm not hyping it out. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
everyone enjoys it.
Okay. What you think about Phil Spencer's comments on VR, saying that pretty much the reason why we're not investing in VR and we're not supporting it for Scarlet is because Xbox fans have not asked for it. Now we see the reaction from everybody on Twitter. We've seen numerous comments regarding this before Phil even came to this comment. Right, a lot of Xbox dudes have actually asked for VR support. And they've still been waiting for it. He even said that the Xbox One X was made for VR when he said it was going to support VR, like Oculus Rift.
Do you know what's funny? Nobody asked for Kinect, but we got that, didn't we?
Exactly.
So nobody asked for them to put all their games on PC. Mm-hmm. Nobody asks for games to just be part of a overall Game Pass package instead of getting individual showcasing. Like they do, but it's kind of like in passing on something like Inside Xbox. It doesn't get that fanfare that you expect. Even they failed like miserably, even with Gears 5 at the last E3.
Yeah.
They showed us Horde and relatively nothing, They didn't hype. A big game like that should get the Uncharted 4 treatment, the Last of Us Part 2 treatment.
Yes.
Really shown off. Yeah, it's Gears 5, but it's our Gears 5. This is our title. You can't play it on PlayStation. Can't play it on Nintendo. They should have been giving it all that. Instead, it ended up being just one title among many, that you can just get next to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shuhei Yoshida replied to it. I'm gonna tie this also into that. He replied to it saying that we make games for our fans, regardless if they ask for them.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because at the end of the day, gaming isn't about just doing the status quo.
Yes.
If that was the case, we'd only get shooters, and we'd only get sports games.
Mm-hmm.
That would be it. You wouldn't get any risk taking. You wouldn't get any games like Nier Automata. You wouldn't see those games. Yakuza wouldn't be made. None of that would be made.
Good point, yeah.
You probably get Grand Theft Auto, but that would be the one game.
Mm-hmm. Recycled, basically.
So universally accepted and respected. But it'll be one.
Yes.
Everything else would just be, it's another Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's another Call of Duty. Oh, it's another Battlefield. Oh, it's a... so you need people that think out of the box. Developers that think, what, let's do something different. People might not like it. People might not understand it, but it's different.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't become a hit, at least it becomes, like I don't know, cult status. People appreciate it years later, like 10 years later, 5 years later, instead of it being a big hit now.
Yeah. I want to say shout out to the finest in the chat. What's up, bro? Thank you. Shout out to
What's
you.
Up,
but Phil Spencer is just, I'm afraid, listen, don't get me wrong. I like Phil as a human being.
He just needs to stay off of Twitter.
As another human, I like him.
Yeah.
He looks likable. He seems personable. He got a cheeky grin. But as someone in charge of a competing console, he sucks. I'm sorry. At this point, he makes Don Matrick look good.
Yeah.
Because Don Matrick's only screw up, okay, was being part of the whole TV packed into the box and saying, well, buy a 360 then.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, before that, he didn't put a foot wrong. Before Kinect, he did, and TV, he didn't put a foot wrong. You never heard about Don Matrick making blunders. He was delivering those games, those third-party games that everybody likes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's just that blunder. But Phil Spencer's made promises. I made a video recently saying that, PlayStation 5 and PC promise to push the limits of VR, and Xbox break promises. And people come at me saying, how have they broken promises? Well, they consistently break promises. Let's go through the racks, shall we? If you look at all of the E3 announcements, Gamescom announcements since 2014, okay, HoloLens, they made that seem like it was coming out for Xbox One when they knew all along it wasn't. That was just to try and throw some smoke at PlayStation VR. That was never intended for Xbox One, but they still led you to believe that was going to come to Xbox One. HoloLens.
Exactly.
So it ended up being used in industry, not the games industry, other industries. Okay, let me finish. I'm going to read off a list here and then I'll shut up. Okay, so there was that. Okay, then they come out. No one asked them to say the next step must be 4K gaming and high fidelity VR. Nobody asked them to do that. They chose to do that. Okay, because they couldn't stand for PlayStation VR at the time to be, the only relevant console VR. Now they're saying, oh, we've seen the numbers, it don't sell. But at the time, you were promising.
Exactly.
And you broke those promises. You Scalebound broke that promise. You Fable Legends, you broke that promise.
Illumaroom.
I can name a ton of things that you've broken promises on. So when people tell me that Microsoft don't break promises, you're at a funeral. Take off your cheerleader outfit and put down those pom-poms. This is a funeral. There's no time for cheerleading.
Yeah. I did a video. I said this with Craig here at the start of the show. I did a video based on his feedback, and it's still on the channel. I have not taken it down. But when he actually legit promised that VR support was still coming, do you remember that comment he made? Still has not dropped VR support for the Xbox.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell then? What's the point? And this goes back to even the HoloLens, or not HoloLens, but the Illumaroom. Y'all remember the Illumaroom?
Listen. I'll give them a blow on Illumaroom. That was always a prototype. That was never promised to come out at retail. It was shown off. Say, look, we're looking at this, ambient lighting effect that goes with your video games. They never promised that to come out, but they did say VR was
seem like it with the Kinect. Remember, because it was supposed to be like an addition to Kinect.
But they didn't. They never made it. They never said.
Well, yeah, they never.
Next gen's gonna be about whatever it's called, and we're gonna deliver this to you in your home. And they never said that. They said, look, we've got this going on as a prototype. That's it. If I can't accuse them of that, that would be just like being mean for the sake of it. I'm sticking to the facts that I know, and the point is this: they've made promises after promises after promises, and every time they break them, they say, "Well, the fans." It's always the fans.
Yeah,
that's his blanket. That's his safety blanket. The fans wanted it. The fans don't want it. But the fans want it. The fans don't want it. The fans want it. You mean you don't want it? You mean you don't want it, Phil? Stop using the fans as your bulletproof vest. And the worst thing, the fans and their cult. Their cult.
Oh God.
No, but they've been brainwashed. I understand it. Donald Trump has that effect on parts of America. He's brainwashed people into just mimicking everything he says. So if Donald Trump says it, you'll have some idiot with no education out there saying it too. Okay? And sadly, I'm talking about people of color as well, who are the bigger fools. But anyway, you've got those. So Donald Trump's got that power, and Phil seems to have this power where he can say yay, and they say yay, because you've seen them all cheering.
Yes.
Cheered for VR, cheered for HoloLens, cheered for everything.
Back-compatible
games. When Phil turns around and says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore," they're like, "Well, Phil said there's no point doing it anymore because this." Cause that shilling for Phil Spencer, shilling for his backtracking is the worst gaming sin you can commit, because you are encouraging the company. Basically, at this point, Microsoft don't have any hesitance in announcing something and then unannouncing something. That's what we've come to. Microsoft don't care. Then Microsoft have lost the shame. Have lost the shame of pivoting. Saying one thing and then having to say another and not delivering. They do it like professionals now.
Yes.
It's like, that's the best. They're better at that than delivering AAA games. They're so good at backtracking, they should package it, because I'm sure some Xbox will buy it.
So true. It's bad, man. It's bad.
And I'm not being mean to the whole base.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of Xbox gamers who don't come into that category. They're smart people.
Yes.
They know what they like. They're not told what to like. They know what they like. They don't let Phil Spencer tell them what to like, what to want, not what to want. You know, they got a mind of their own. And he has the cheek to say, if you want a VR experience, there's places you can get that. Yes, Phil, it's called PlayStation VR. If you don't want to go PC, all right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry I feel this way, but
no,
I'm
you
keeping it
right.
real.
That's how it
What
is
did
on
Kanye
Twitter.
say? What did Kanye say on Ellen? Well, I'm sorry, daytime TV. I'm sorry for the real, for being real.
This dude, man, it's sad. It's sad. I don't know what to really say on the matter. A lot of people still put stock in what he says to this day. I don't understand why. Never understood it, but you know, that's just
Dude, I got guys. They're like Phil Spencer's testicles coming at me in every comment I make, every video I make about this VR issue. They're like their hair strands on his testicles. They're all over their gaff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like defending the man, like they're part of his molecular structure, like they share the same electrons and atoms and photons, like they share all that shit. Like he's laughing at you people. Phil Spencer, he's a married man with children, been on the earth a lot longer. Forget the facade of being a corporate person. He's a thinker, and he's looking at you people who shill for him and laughing at you. You think he's saying thank you for having my back? No, he's laughing at you, saying, "Look at these brainless idiots." Anything I say, if I say jump off the Manhattan Bridge, they'll jump off the Manhattan Bridge.
It just is sad, man. I don't know what to say on that. What's up, Jay Barry? I don't know what to say, man. It's just, again, I know a lot of people get upset what he says on Twitter or what he posts. I have not followed this fucking man shit in months after this.
Ryan, I've been following him for years, and it's backtracking after back for every.
Oh yeah, I know the backtracking. Yeah.
No, listen. For every good announcement, there's three cancellations.
Bad. Yes.
For every big megaton, there's 20 fucking atom bombs. You're not gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Shit on you. Basically, he's like pigeons shitting on you. You're waiting for something to fall out the sky. It's bird shit. That's what he's giving you. And I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to say this, but it's not all the Xbox fans. Yeah?
It's not. No.
Don't take them all the same. I'm talking about those fucking ones that are repping for everything he says. You know, the cultists. I'm talking about the cultists. The people who's lost their brain. They lost their mind. Like they're remote controlled at this point. The Xbox controller's controlling them.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, good point, Game there. He said he loved Half-Life's VR, but yeah, Scarlet won't support VR.
Is he trolling his fans? Is he trolling his own base?
It's interesting, yeah.
Imagine that. I played Half-Life, Alex. It was amazing. I played a lot of amazing VR games, but it's not our focus for Scarlet. Oh, why bother? Why bother even make the tweet? Exactly. Why bother even say that if you're not trolling? Isn't it best you don't type something like that after you've just said VR's not coming?
Yeah.
First they said VR was coming, then they said, all right, not for Xbox One X. Then there was murmurs about it coming for Scarlet. Yeah, remember? Right, because they're doing this whole PC fusion thing. So technically,
I'm kind of bored of this shit too with that fusion shit.
Technically, any VR game that works on a PC, from Phil Spencer's own lips, should work on Scarlet.
Yes,
because it's a unified now. But no, they have to be specifically made. What happened to that Windows? What happened to that
Windows
UWP?
Exclusive. Yeah.
Universal Windows program where anything on PC works. What happened to that?
Oh, good shit. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that it was like it wasn't software. It was like a fucking like promise, right? They have with the group to reprogram all games. Yeah.
Another lie.
It was a fucking program they were going to do for every game. Y'all remember that? They were going to go back and reprogram every game that was on Xbox One to work on PC. They have not done that. I forgot all about that.
They need to stop announcing shit that they don't intend to follow through on. Just don't say nothing. You've already been given the green light, or you wouldn't go live to the world on stage and say it's happening. So don't hear any bullshit about they won't give Phil the budget, because he wouldn't say it on stage if the green light wasn't lit.
Yes. Well, they could give him something soft, and me and Big Cloud talked about this earlier. They could give him soft, but if they get numbers that don't look like it's going to work, they're going to be like, oh, you can't do it.
Well, then they're making him the biggest fool in the game.
That I agree with.
He should leave Microsoft. He should leave Microsoft because they're using him as their mouthpiece.
Yes.
And he's saying stuff. And if they're saying in the background, well, we're not doing that anymore, Phil, because look at the spreadsheets, then leave, because these people are pissing on you like R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, it's just, I think some of it is, he is trolling. Because like you all were saying earlier about the high fidelity VR, and that was a shot at PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And had they moved more units, they would have probably done a VR system. But they didn't. But
that's not the point. That's not the point. Don't announce it then.
Exactly.
Well, I understand that too.
Wait for the spreadsheets. Wait for your next fiscal fucking accountancy fucking checkup. Wait for your financial health checkup before you tell a man to go on stage and say to all the fans in the world, we're going to deliver high fidelity VR. Even when the PS4 Pro was being announced and VR integration, how many times did you see Xbox tweeting checklists? True 4K.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Remember, true 4K, and in there was high fidelity VR. People want to pretend they didn't see it but they were retweeting that all over the motherfucker. That checklist of all the ticks that Xbox kept putting out every time Sony said something. Anytime something was happening for Sony, Xbox would put out a checklist of what they have and what Sony have. And one of it was high fidelity VR and true 4K. Okay?
Oh, no. You're right. Hey, I did a
people got selective memories.
Oh, yeah.
When shit flies in their face and they can't duck in time, their memory plays up. They can't remember. Oh, I don't remember those tweets. I don't remember Phil saying that. Oh, Phil didn't promise this. Oh, Phil didn't promise that. Why are you lying? This video is clickbait. This video is clickbait. He hates Phil Spencer. He hates everything X.
Yeah.
That's on AV too. They never said this. They never said that last. They never said 4K.
I would love Xbox if X gave it to me, like DMX promised.
Yeah,
X ain't gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I've said that before.
X ain't gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And once again, X ain't gonna give it to you. Yeah, I've always
Crack
said
is lacking, people. Crack is lacking.
Yeah, they had a game of the Kraken was lacking, but no, it's more or less about what I just don't understand their fan. I get it. Their fan base at this point, they don't want to wake up tomorrow, or they won't, but they don't want to wake up Monday and see something, Microsoft in talks to sell Xbox division to XYZ company. So that's their greatest fear. So since they're operating out of that fear.
You don't need to fear. Just wake up from the nightmare and buy a fucking PlayStation or jump on PC or Nintendo Switch.
But they don't. But that's
have a different dream, motherfucker. Have a different dream, motherfucker. Stop dreaming in green.
Yeah, but that's not who they are. Yeah, that's not who they are. They think that because of the way they consume the media, they think that Nintendo and Sony should act more like Xbox. I mean, because I thought that somebody put out, did Phil say that exclusives are anti-consumer? Or did somebody just make that up?
Did he? I don't think. I don't remember him saying that. I know he said that games like Horizon Zero Dawn are impactful.
You know what? All I've been hearing is Sony's anti-consumer for years, and it turns out Microsoft's the anti-consumer one.
Microsoft's
You won't even support VR. No one's telling you to make a headset. Why don't you allow third-party headsets to work and just make some games? No one's telling you to develop a headset.
Exactly.
Just be in the space so the industry can grow. The VR industry can grow. The more weight that is behind VR, the more innovation comes out of it. Yeah. Don't sit on the sidelines waiting for it to sell, and then you jump in too late and wonder why yours don't sell as well as the competition. Because that's all they do is sit on the sidelines and see what works with other companies, then try and make it better and cheaper.
Yeah,
that's all Microsoft's ever done. They look at everybody and say, "What are they doing?" Oh, MP3 will make Zune. Zune flopped. Oh, did it flop? It must have flopped. Oh, it flopped. I can name loads of things. Microsoft tried to make phones to take on Apple. That flopped. Microsoft's late on everything.
Good shit. Yeah. Good point.
Well, again, they're not a hard. Yeah, and again, I agree. They're just, to me, they're proving that they are more software company, not a hardware company. They're those tablets, those tablets that they have out, the Surface tablets. Those are good. Those are really.
Yeah, but they're late though. There were tablets way before. All they did is copy and make it better. And charge you more. Because Surface, them tablets aren't cheap.
Yeah.
No. They do a lot of things, but that hardware aspect of it, they did succeed in. But they're more of a service-based software company. They always have been since Bill Gates walked into IBM.
When Blu-ray, look at Blu-ray. I can give you 100 backtracks and flops from Microsoft. Look at Blu-ray. Instead of jumping on the Blu-ray because of their competitor Sony, oh, they want to play lovey-dovey now. Let's all play together now. But they didn't want to play together when Blu-ray came out. They could have been on that consortium, but they chose to go with Toshiba and make HD DVD, which flopped hard.
Yes,
flopped so hard. It flopped so hard. It was like a whale fell in the ocean.
Well, it's like that thing. It's like that thing on Death Stranding, that black thing that comes out of nowhere. This flops down.
They show Milo and Kate. Yeah. Wow, everybody! Look at this incredible futuristic thing. When it launches, you don't get nothing like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Safe Oifi or Aofi. I don't know how to pronounce his last, but shout out to Safe for the £2. He said, I am thinking of getting a PlayStation 5 and VR. Well, go for it. I mean, I'm telling you, that's a lot more value over there in that PlayStation side from what we're seeing.
Listen, the only thing I'm going to have to do with Xbox is through the PC.
Yeah, me too.
That's it. I'm going to take Microsoft up on their offer. I'm never buying an Xbox game again. I'm going to do Game Pass trials.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm not even going to pay the full month. I'm going to do trials for every big game that comes out. I'm never going to pay for a game. Well, $1. I'll give them $1. That's what, a can of soda. I lose $1 in the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? Where did that pound nugget go? Oh, never mind. It went down the drain. That's how I see Game Pass. All right. So at the end of the day, right? They're never going to see a penny from me in terms of full price. Everything's going to be what they want me to have. All the selection, without having to buy anything. Take $1 here, take $1 there. I don't give a shit. And maybe when I upgrade my Navi card in my PC, they might give me another 3 months of Game Pass. I'll take it, and I'll play all the games. But they won't see that. I'm not supporting them because I tell you what, they're not supporting themselves.
Exactly.
If you can't help your damn self, don't expect me to help you.
Well, again, I think they want out. I think they, like you said, Foxy, they made the phones to compete with compete with Apple. They made the other thing to compete, and they're making the Scarlet because it's just there. They want to make sure they try to get some money, but ultimately, Game Pass again, it's going to end up on all the consoles. Maybe not every single game, but it's going to all end up on the same.
Halo Infinite is going to be treated like another. Or just another.
Yeah, it's going to be full PC support, like all out. They're going to push it like that.
No, they'll hype it up, but ultimately it's just another Game Pass game.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? It could be a 10 out of 10. It could even be Game of the Year. Yes. I hope so, because I don't want any game to fail. But I hope they treat it with some respect when they launch it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give it more than you gave Gears 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Gears 5 had half-ass marketing compared to.
Make it a spectacle. Else. Make it an event.
Yes.
I don't want to hear Game Pass Ultimate, and then Halo Infinite is right in the middle of the ad for Game Pass Ultimate. I don't want to see that shit, man.
Have Master Chief go around like they did a decade ago. Had a limousine and he was riding around. Hollywood, ginning up Halo, going to people on the street corners, stuff like that. Just do that. I mean, that's what I'm used to. But it really is unfortunate that they're. I mean, it's good that they told us, we're going to have Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with a 4K Ladybug and all that. That's fine, but it's for me because it declared what they were going to do. Matt Booty said that's what they were going to do. What people argue, saying Matt Booty is wrong. And then Matt Booty said, this is the games you guys are going to get. And it's been proven. So it's just, look.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
I'm going to make a prediction. Sony is going to end up getting Half-Life Alyx on PlayStation 5 for VR. Sooner or later.
Well, you're going to love this. Shout out to Gaming Air for these 2 articles. I'm going to add these to the show too. But, so apparently, according to Phil Spencer, VR is a high priority for Microsoft's Flight Simulator. The game is very scalable and supports ray tracing.
So I think Rare came out and said that they want to have VR in their game as well, their Everwatch. Microsoft game. I'm sure they did. They said they want players to play in one of them, not the flight simulator. I heard that about the flight simulator, but there's another. But you know, one of those cartoony games they showed.
Oh,
one of those games.
Yeah.
They want you to be able to play in VR. So even Microsoft's own studios would like VR pushed, but Microsoft don't want to do it.
That's sad, man.
You know why? Because Microsoft's focus is not VR. Their focus is Game Pass services.
Yeah. People keep saying, I don't know why people keep taking this and going, well, their focus is on becoming, pushing the console. It's like, no, consoles is the last thing on their priority list. It's Game Pass. It's been Game Pass.
Services. It's
services. That's why they changed their whole mantra. Remember, they changed their whole the way they get their data now. They're fixated on organic growth in terms of
I feel sorry for them
on services.
While we're enjoying a true next generation experience with the PS5,
yeah,
anyone who buys the Scarlet, they're gonna have the same feels that they did with Xbox One X.
Yeah,
it's gonna feel the exact same experience. Game Pass, games that you never asked for, but they'll give you anyway. No true VR support. You might get third parties, but come on now, who could make a VR game for their own system better than the platform holder?
Yeah,
it's up to the platform holder to deliver what the system is truly capable of, not the third party. Third party's job is to make everything look the same across the board or across all systems as close as possible. It's called parity.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get parity with exclusives. There's no other systems to consider.
Yep.
The third party's not going to say, hey, we'll make the best for Scarlet. We'll do the best for Scarlet. No, they won't, because they're going to be making games for all platforms, and it's all going to be scalable engines. The most Scarlet will get, is something like, I don't know, it won't get anything different, because they're both systems going to be quite similar in power. So they'll both be 4K. They'll both be able to do 60.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
not according to Jack Reacher, he contradicted your video the other day. Just so you know. So I don't know who to believe.
What video? What video?
The one you did about the PS5 being more what was the word? It was the technologically better or something like that. Great video, by the way.
I didn't say it was technologically better. I said it was more advanced.
Yeah, that's what I meant, more advanced.
But I'll talk about the dev kits though.
Oh no, I know, but somebody else contradicted that and said that Scarlet was going to be more.
I don't care, man. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't care. I'm not here to make enemies.
Oh yeah, I know. I just, because people were, somebody might be confused. I'm confused now.
I don't care. Listen.
I'm just kidding with you.
I don't care about that opinion. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
Because that same person was praising me for coming up with all the PS4 Pro, Neo, and early PS5 news, but now they block me for unknown reasons.
Really?
now I've been, because I don't see their tweets no more, right? It says this tweet is unavailable, so that means
shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good.
And I have no idea.
Bad.
I have no idea what I possibly could have done to be blocked. As far as I know, me and this person hasn't fallen out. We haven't exchanged words. You guys were teasing him, not me.
Well, I know what happened if you told the truth.
I don't know what happened. If you want to enlighten me, that would be great, because the person who should be telling me what happened hasn't got the balls, so you can tell me.
Well, that's because you told the truth. People don't like the truth. Like Jack Nicholson said, that great line, you can't handle the truth.
What was this truth? What did I say?
The truth. I mean, how
what was it?
You don't know how Sony kicked Microsoft in the balls this entire generation and stuff like that.
Oh God, moving on.
Yeah, people get upset about that.
So I got blocked. I got blocked for simply expressing an opinion that has nothing to do with any relative of theirs or any family member.
I didn't know you were blocked.
Well, I'm blocked. So it says tweet unavailable on everything they type. So
I guess that's what it means. I just got tickled. I'm not laughing at it. I'm laughing with the situation. But go ahead, Big Clown.
Don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not bothered at all that I'm
Oh
blocking.
yeah, I know. Fox.
I do plenty of blocking. If you give it out, you should be prepared to take it. But at least tell someone, at least give someone an indication as to why they're blocked. You know, I've known you for how many years? Invited you on my podcast, opened up my channel to you. You've gained so many subs from me. You've really benefited just from knowing me, because you were in a very lesser place than I was when we met. I was way ahead of you in terms of audience retention, channel subscribers. I'm not showing off here. I'm just saying what it is. Yeah, I was way. If you want to use the word advanced, I was far more advanced in terms of YouTube than they were, right? Like the PS5 and is advanced over the Scarlet right now. But we won't go there. But what I'm saying is, all this years I've known you, I should at least get the, have some dignity.
A phone call.
Not even a phone call, because we're not close like that. But just message me and say, just be honest.
A conversation. Yeah, you're looking for a conversation. I understand. Well, I got you, brother.
As far as I know, the person's married with a child, so you'd think there'd be some maturity there. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, don't know what's going on.
We all know that Death Stranding is a beautiful game. We all know.
All I know is I'm blind to haters.
I know. Like I said, it's everybody knows Death Stranding is a beautiful game. We all agree on that. So, but go ahead, Big Cloud.
Did he really make a video debunking me?
I mean, I don't know if it was a debunk, but your video popped up, and then a few about the dev kit, and then another video popped up that said that the Scarlet was going to be. So, like I said, it could be a coincidence.
Wait. Hold on. So I wasn't mentioned though.
Oh no! It was a it contradicted everything.
That's fine. That's fine. I thought you meant I was mentioned. And
no. Videos popped up at roughly the same time on my time.
You did, Craig. Oh God, moving on. We get into these last two topics. Shut this show down.
No, but it's sad though. No, but honestly, it's sad though, because I'm not here to make enemies or fall out with people. But it seems that happens. It comes with the territory. It's strange though, isn't it? We all love games, but yet people can fall out with each other. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bluepoint has been teasing their new project left and right. Now, a lot of people saying Dark Souls. They built out a tweet. When was this tweet made? Was it yesterday? Hold on. It was, either today or yesterday. But on the tweet goes as follows: to classics we play, our blood, sweat, tears give thanks. To family and fans eager, you stay cheers, rekindle flames. Thanks. Today feast, tomorrow rest. Soon the beast freed from jest. Temptation we shun, then on to the next. We reset the further adorn the Genesis, an era reborn. That's what they put in their tweets. So they're teasing their next game or whatever the hell it's going to be. Not sure what this is going to be. Might be another Dark Souls. Not sure. I don't know. I can't really comment. But that was what they had to say. Anybody want to add?
They can't tease me. I'll just wait until it's announced. No tease.
All right.
No tease. No tease at all.
All right.
Because it's not, to be honest, I can't get excited over something I don't know.
Move this, close that. And the last, pretty much just the last thing, this was PS5 related. It was about the cartridge. So again, it turns out the cartridges were indeed for the Toyo device, Sony's learning device for children. So
what, those 3 terabyte cartridges were for a toy?
It's been confirmed. Cartridges aren't real patents for the PS5. It's for the kids.
So what was the 1 to 3 terabytes all about then?
For the kids' toys, apparently it's going to be bigger games. What
toy needs 3 terabytes?
I have no clue what they're going to do, but it's for the big. It's for like they were talking about pushing like animation, or was it animation on this damn thing? I'm not sure, something like that. But it was all about the everything being on these little cartridges. So whatever the hell.
Hold on. That Toyo thing is old news, because I made a video about Sony.
Yeah, but they're adding up. They're upgrading it.
A year ago. So this is connected to that, what I put out a year ago.
This is upgraded.
So all these articles got excited.
Yeah.
About cartridges for no fucking reason at all.
Looking at this, yep. Here's the
I'm so glad I don't go out on a limb and say, "Oh, I've been told."
Yeah.
Oh, my sources
check
told me.
check your DM.
Oh, my insiders told me these cartridges are definitely for a portable.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
check
I'm
your
an honest
DM.
guy, because I'm so glad I'm honest, because I could bullshit and get easily caught out.
You could have got. Glad you didn't say, "Oh, this is legit." I'm like, what
no, I report articles who were talking about it. I didn't say I knew anything about it.
Got you easily.
I just speculated like everyone else did. That's all I did.
That's all I heard. I saw this shit too. I was like, what the hell?
But some people said some close sources told me.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
like, about the cartridges, like I know that Sony do have in research and development some type of portable thing.
Yeah, that's what I was piecing that together with.
For a fact, but that's a separate thing. This is about cartridges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people did actually make videos and talk about how people that work in the industry, or like they tried to make out that they had an inside source without saying they had an inside source.
Yeah.
So that if it all blows up, they can say, "Whoa." Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm just glad that I keep it real. Like, there's no need. Why ruin yourself? Like, the internet is a cruel place. They love you and then they hate you when you lie. I mean, look what happened to.
I'm gonna put this in the chat so everybody can see.
What's his name?
Is it Flip? Interested in the story?
What's his name? Philip. Remember Philip?
Oh, yeah.
That Nintendo
guys.
dude.
Yes.
That Nintendo that stole reviews.
Yes.
Like, people loved him at first. And then they just love can turn to hate, like when the sun goes down that quickly.
That's true. That's true.
I had people saying my favorite one is when people say stuff and then they follow it with, take it with a grain of salt, take it with this. It's kind of like, okay, if you're going to have to say that, then this is just rampant speculation.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you doing it? And I understand some speculations. There is healthy speculation, and then there's horseshit speculation.
Well, I don't blame people because I'm a news source, so I'm not going to turn around and say, "Oh, you shouldn't report on it," because it might not be true. It might not, because there's a chance that it could have been something.
I'm gonna put that for everybody in the chat,
but make sure when you do report it that you cite where it came from. No, you all you have to do is say that this is the article and it's from this website. Because if you don't link it and you don't mention them, you're taking responsibility for that news. So no one can say to me, because I do name every article and website that I source from. No one can then turn around and say to me, "But you said." No, I didn't. I reported what they said.
That doesn't work. I said that I cited the source of Insomniac saying that Spider-Man on the PS4 was on 4K through temporal injection.
Temporal injection.
That right?
Temporal injection.
Yeah, and somebody came out and said, "Well, White Zaddy said something different, so I lied." Okay, so I'm serious. I mean, don't get me wrong. That person's going to be blocked here.
Look at all those Xbox. Look at all those Xbox channels. Yeah. That they said, "Oh, I'm close with Phil Spencer. He talks to me on Twitter. I see him at E3." And he told me when I spoke to him that they're definitely bringing the big AAA games. A year later, look at this, everybody, ants and little people.
Well, hey, I may have a date later on with Halle Berry, but take it with a grain of salt. Okay, take that with a grain of salt because that may not be.
But don't they say that though? They know things. They act like they got a relationship with the guy.
Well, they may have one. I don't know.
Well, guys, I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. We had over 150 plus people. Shout out to you guys. Hope you all had an awesome Thanksgiving. Wanted to condense today's show again. It was just a quick one. I'm still.
Where are you in a hurry going? You got a hot date or something?
Yeah, I got a date with Tory Lane, according to my inside source. Need to stop.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Take that with a massive grain of salt. I have a date with Tory Lane. But no, real talk, I'm legit. I'm fucked up after yesterday. So, I haven't recovered. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys again for joining us again for another episode of the RGD podcast. It was definitely fun. Enjoyed myself. I will see you guys obviously next week, Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, obviously for our normal time. And you'll definitely see us Sunday for the gamer couch. But yeah, I'm gonna let everybody do their outros, and we're gonna shut it down. What's up, platform? Shout out to you guys. Go ahead, Messiah.
Oh, hey, appreciate being here. And like I said, you guys play the games. Enjoy. I mean, hopefully everybody had a good safe holiday. If you're traveling, be careful. Shout out to Big Cloud for having the podcast on here. Shout out to Foxy for jumping on. And yeah, just play your games, people, or the terrorists win. And take that with a grain of salt.
Mr. Fox.
You know what it is. Play games, not corporations.
All right. See you guys later. Oh, shout out to Carlos and
yes.
Shout to Carlos and shout out to Lobo. He'll have the timestamps up on the channel for you guys later, okay? Yes, I did listen to feedback. It will be up on the channel. So if it's not there, you know who to blame on Twitter. Blame Lobo if it's not up there. Anyway, take that with a master grain of salt too. See y'all later, guys.
We got to do a podcast. We got to do a podcast. I'll take it with a grain of salt.
There you go.